Good evening and welcome to Philadelphia Jazz Blog. We're here this evening with Miss Valray, a multi-talented person in Philadelphia who is a producer, a vocal stylist herself, and in addition she's an actress. So we want to begin this evening finding out what got you started in the business, Miss Valray.
Well, I can only tell you that my mother started me in the business early in life. She saw a talent that existed in me, and she just encouraged it. So she started to encourage me to perform within the school talent shows and things of that nature.
Oh.
And from that, I just went on.
Fantastic. So you obviously enjoy this a lot.
I enjoyed a heck of a lot. Yes, I do.
Do you find yourself singing at all times, or do you get tired of singing sometimes?
You know what? I never get tired of singing. As a matter of fact, there was a time that other people might have gotten tired of my singing, you know, like friends of my life, because every time a song would come on that I was enjoying, I would sing, and they didn't think I couldn't sing. They just knew that I was always singing. Okay. And so it never was a problem.
Well, Val, why don't you share some of the things that you're doing in the music right now with our audience? Do you have a CD coming out? Do you have?
Well, as a matter of fact, October I'm supposed to go into the studio to start. Only, unfortunately, my second CD. It's been a while since my first, but I've been working for the past 6 years. Doing something called Songstresses celebrating Sisterhood, and what initiated that was Women's History Month. Women's History Month. I felt that because of what I like to do as far as music, that I wanted to pay homage to the divas who paved the way for us. The Ella Fitzgeralds and the Nancy Wilsons and the Sarah Vaughns and Etta Jones and Etta James and so on. And so I just basically went around town and checked out a lot of the vocalists that I've already known, and I started to look and listen to them a little deeper to see which one made me think of that particular person that I was honoring.
Okay.
So, and that's what my whole beginning of this particular production. So that what I did, I chose them to sing songs like, for instance, a certain person would sing Ella Fitzgerald because it reminded me of that person, or a certain person would sing Sarah Vaughan, and so on.
Okay. And is that show about to happen soon?
Well, as a matter of fact, it's my 6th annual show. I've been doing it for the past 5 years, and this is my 6th year. And yes, it's going to be taking place April the 8th at the Philadelphia Clef Club, 7:30 sharp.
Fantastic. Well, we're actually at the Clef Club, so the audience knows, because they allow us to utilize their facilities in the production of these videos for Philadelphia Jazz Blog. So the collective is working.
Yes, it is.
And it's good that you're coming back to the house that Jazz built in Philadelphia with your show this year. And who's on your show this year?
Well, let me just mention the first show that I had was here at the Clef Club. I've been a few other places, at the Freedom Theater, and the Thomason Theater, and World Cafe Live. But, you know, it's nothing like going back home, you know, and I consider the Clef Club like home.
Fantastic.
This year, we have a fantastic lineup. We have Michelle Beckham, Nina Bundy, Sherry Butler, Denise King, Monette Sutler, Pearl Williams, and myself.
Fantastic. Can you give us the rest of the details? Where would somebody call, or do you have a website?
First of all, I also have to make mention that we have some fantastic musicians. Lucky Thompson is on drums, Napoleon Black is on congas, Jesse Andrus is on saxophone, Barry Sames is on piano, and Sammy Jones is on bass. And fantastic
That's an
musicians.
incredible group.
Yes,
That's
they
an
are.
incredible group.
Listen, and Lucky Thompson, I've been, you know, I'm very special, and that's due to him because he just got through a surgery, and I was really worried about him, and he's bounced back, so he's on the show.
Well, Lucky, we're glad to hear you're on the mend. If you're out there listening, we're all praying for your continued recovery, and so that you can kick it out at Val's show.
Right, but as I said, it is April the 8th, and that's on a Saturday. It's at the Philadelphia Clef Club here in Philadelphia at Broad and Fitzwater, Avenue of the Arts. Showtime is at 7:30, and we have our first 1 hour chat and chew. We have some hors d'oeuvres and where people can kind of socialize, get situated in their seats, and, and get real comfortable and get ready for the thing to happen.
Okay.
And if anyone is interested that happens to see this particular blog interview, the number to call is 215-535 6617. Again, that's 215-535-6617.
Well, thank you for that.
Wait a minute now. Let me just tell
I'm
you
not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. It's your floor. Sorry about that.
I wanted to tell you about one of the things you said, what encouraged me. When I think about putting on these shows, I remember when I was a little girl that my mother allowed me as a little girl to put shows on in my basement. And I would go, we'd borrow neighbor chairs, and I would set the chairs up, and I would get kids younger than me, and we would put on Christmas shows and Halloween shows, and then I became a performer as a singer. But it's a whole circle. I was maybe about 6th grade. Now here I am, whatever age.
Right.
And here I am now doing it all over again, only on a bigger scale. And my ultimate is to get even bigger with internationally known stars, as well as my local fantastic Philadelphia sound.
Well, at the rate you're going, Val, I'm sure that's going to happen for you. Let's tell some people maybe your best Philadelphia jazz story. Having performed around Philadelphia and having a lot of stories in the jazz community, what would you like to share with the audience that helped them know more about you, or maybe something funny that happened to you?
Well, you know, one of the things that I can remember the most is when I was working at the Zanzibar Blue, and a gentleman from Brazil saw me perform, and I was with the Dennis Fortune Trio. At that time it was the Dennis Fortune Trio, but now it's Fortune Vincent Cruz.
Okay.
And I was with them, and the guy came up and he wanted to know if I would want to come to Brazil. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, right. You know, you hear a lot of offers,
right,
and so on, but I just want you to know that I had that experience, and I ended up going to Bahia. That was the most exciting experience that I can remember. That's the most prevalent in my mind right now.
Fantastic. Actually, being on the road has offered a lot of challenges to musicians in general, but then they offer something different to women on the road. Can you give some comments about that or your experiences?
Well, you know, the only thing that I can say about the women on the road is that sometimes in certain countries, women are not the main thing as far as in a Brazilian a place like in Brazil, I found that the women kind of had to take a back seat. But you know, I'm from Philadelphia,
right,
and I wasn't.
Gotcha.
You know, so
we
it
don't
wasn't
do
like a back seat, but it just made you feel as if the men rule.
Gotcha.
Men rule.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
actually, South America probably has a lot of that.
Okay, right, so I'm not perceiving it wrong.
Right.
You see it the same way, right?
Okay.
Right,
right. Now I know you also performed in New York last year. Can you want to share those experiences, or?
I can't. I would like to share. I did perform in New York at the Apollo Theater, and really, okay, it's Dorothy. The woman's name is sad. I can't remember her last name, and she's. Oh goodness, you really hit me with some kind of question that time. But right, Dorothy, they honored this woman. Her name is Dorothy, and she became the president of the NCC for women.
Okay.
But anyway, that's when I was performing.
I was really asking about the experience of performing in New York versus maybe Philadelphia, or any comparisons you can make in that regard.
Okay, well, as far as performing in New York, it's exciting. And it's also scary because, you know, thinking about going to the Apollo,
right,
you know, you just know that, you know, and they say Philadelphia is rough, but I think when that song that Frank Sinatra said, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, I think is what I was feeling, and I did all right there that day.
Okay. Why don't you tell us maybe some of your favorite songs that you like to sing?
I am not a straight-ahead jazz singer. Okay. I'm more of a blues jazz singer.
Okay.
And I like the sounds of the Billie Holidays, and I like Carmen McRae. I like to sing a lot of different songs, and I take and make my own twist to them. I can sing My Funny Valentine and funk it up, you know, or jazz it up, or blues it up. You know, that's what I like. That's why I call myself a vocal stylist, as opposed to a jazz singer or blues singer.
Okay. Are there things that you can tell us about your promotion side of your life?
Well, as far as the promotion side, I found it to be the most exciting. One of the things about Philadelphia is that the jazz lovers are loyal.
Okay. And
they have been following this show for 6 years. This is the 6th year. They've been following for 5 years, and the tickets are moving now. So I can say the 6 years, right. And they, you know, they seem to really love what I am doing. You know, they love the camaraderie of all the vocalists on stage at one time. You know, they've seen all of them here and there, but they always come out to just see us all together, and we love that.
And it's a wonderful show, and it recognizes some of the legends, some of whom are even from Philadelphia.
That's right.
And I know you give a special focus in honoring people.
That's right.
And who's the honoree for this year?
This year we're going to be honoring Trudy Pitts.
Oh.
She's a composer, pianist, and we're looking forward to honoring her. She is just phenomenal. She's a friend and an entertainer. She's wonderful.
Okay.
With the 40 years, we also honored, and I like to mention her, I like to mention Evelyn Sims.
Okay.
Evelyn Sims. She was also a wonderful person.
Right. In fact, recently Harrison Ridley Jr. had a show focusing on Evelyn Sims. I think maybe her birthday or maybe her passing has occurred recently.
Right, absolutely.
So Val, is there anything else you want to share with our worldwide audience here at Philly Jazz Blog, or let them anticipate some things coming from you in the future?
Well, the show, of course, I really would like for them to come out. So if you can, if you're here in Philadelphia or not too far, come on out and enjoy the show. Again, it's Saturday, April the 8th at the Philadelphia Clef Club. If you need tickets, the number is 215-535-6617. I also am planning to do something for Mother's Day here at the Philadelphia Clef Club. I'm just trying to work out some of the kinks, so I'm not going to tell anyone just yet what it's going to be. But I think it's going to be something where we're going to have king crooners this time.
Well, I'll tell people to stay posted to Philadelphia Jazz Blog, because we have our finger on Valray's pulse and going to keep pumping out the information about what she's doing and what a lot of other musicians will be doing in Philadelphia. So thank you for your time, and tune back in to Philadelphia Jazz Blog on a regular basis to find out what's happening in the Philly jazz scene. Peace.